So today's recipe is chicken soup, but not just your ordinary chicken soup. I am making this mainly not just for nutritional, but its medicinal value, and you will see what I mean by that when I show you all of the ingredients. Okay, now we're gonna start with ginger and garlic. There's about 9 cloves of garlic here. In this recipe, I don't hold back on garlic. As I said, this would be a recipe mainly for its medicinal and nutritional value. And I have a little more than half of red onion. You don't have to use red onion, any onion will do. And I have sayote or merleton. The way to peel your merleton or sayote is just with a regular potato peeler, as you see me do there. Very easy. And although it does have that slippery sap, so that makes the peeling a little bit kind of dangerous if you're using knives, so be careful with it. The other ingredients is my red Malabar spinach. Very nice, thick, sturdy leaves. And do your research so you could see how nutritious this type of spinach is. And another one is called Moranga. Wow, look at the leaves of this. That's bigger than a silver dollar. But the average size of Moringa leaves would be something like this. I call the average. Growing up, that's how I remember them. But the soil it's growing in is so healthy, and you could see the difference in the size of the leaves of my Moringa. These are vegetables from my garden. So, and here are the chicken, which I've taken most of the skin, those that I can manage to pull. And I guess that's about it. At the back burner over there of my stove, I have the rest of the chicken. This is a whole chicken which I cut up, and the rest of them I'm boiling so I could get the broth from it, and the breast I will be putting that aside to make a salad out of that. So let me get the preparation done here so that I could get started with the cooking process. I cut the end of the sayote or merleton, and that will give me a nice level side to stand up the merleton in this position. And I'll just go ahead and put my knife through that, and when you open that, you could see that right there in the middle, right there, you want to take that out. That's a seed, but because this is young, the seed is not that big, not very noticeable. Oops, one got away. So this is the last quarter of my sayote. I got all the seeds out. The seeds are completely taken out, and the skin, don't worry so much about peeling it completely. Skin is edible. Now I'm just gonna cut it into big chunks right about there, and now I'm gonna continue cutting the sayote, but I want to show you my ginger. As you know, I also plant my own ginger, and this is from my freezer. What I do with my ginger once I harvest it is I put it in the freezer, most of it that I know I'm not going to use. And look how simple it is to peel this. You could literally just use your nail to just get that, or just leave the skin on, can't hurt, but I prefer to take the skin as well of the onion, of this ginger. And if it would have been fresh, you just simply scrape the skin off with a spoon. So now this is a frozen ginger, and as you see me do, it's very easy to peel it. You can see that. And I'm trying to catch all of the juice because it's frozen. Some of the juice are kind of leaking out, and I want to save that. I don't want to lose that ginger flavor. So as you can see, that's how simple it is. Okay, we're going to add some oil in the pot to saute the ingredients. Okay, I'm going to start with garlic. And I'm adding the ginger. As you can see, the golden brown coloration is happening. So now we're going to add the onion. I will be including the list of the ingredients in the comment section, so if you feel like I did not give the entire list of the ingredients, you'll be able to see in the comment section, because I know that I did not mention salt and pepper according to your taste. Okay, so let's push all of the aromatics aside. Now I'm going to add my chicken. Let's add some fresh cracked black pepper. Now the ginger will make the soup a bit spicy, so according to your taste, add as much or as little black pepper. And we're going to season the chicken with salt. Okay, so I turned it on the other side, and as you can see, the chicken are nice and brown. Now we are going to add the chicken broth. Now, if you're using red onion like I did, your chicken broth, which I just made, it's on the back end of the, you see this pot right here. I have the rest of the chicken boiling in there, and I took some of the broth out. Now the color of the broth is because I'm using red onion. So let me show you. As you can see right there, that's the red onion that caused the color of my broth to be somewhat reddish. Okay, so the chicken is tender. I went ahead and add the sayote. Once the sayote are tender, I'll add the rest of the vegetable, which are the moringa and the Mulberry spinach. Okay, I'm gonna put the heat on low and let that cook nice and slow until tender. Okay, so after I bring it to a boil again, it should be done. The greens doesn't take long to tenderize, and we'll just check for the seasoning. Wow, that was so good. So I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna put some in a bowl. And I want to point out something that someone might say, okay, that chicken soup looks familiar. In the Philippines, there's another name they call it. It's called tinola, precisely tinolang manok, which is a type of a chicken soup, which is basically the ingredients are, well, the aromatics, ginger, garlic, and onions. That's the usual. And some of them you might find with green papaya, or what I have here, sayote, or even both. And moringa, some with and some without, and other greens such as bok choy. And one thing that you might not find too often is the Malabar spinach. Especially what I use here is a red Malabar spinach. Now, the coloration of the soup is tinted with the ingredients, which is the red onion and red Malabar spinach. I firmly believe that most vegetables with dark pigmentation are higher with it contains a much higher concentration of antioxidant, and you can do your own research. Now this soup, besides of it tasting very good, is very, very nutritious, and as well as medicinal. As I said, I am recovering from some kind of illness, and to me this will nourish my body as well as flush out a lot of the well, undesirable effect of the medication I went through. The ginger and the moringa, especially the moringa. You could do your research regarding moringa and the mulberry spinach. This is a very nutritious soup as well as medicinal to in my point of view, because of the ingredients, the ginger, the garlic, and greens. So let me go ahead and plate some and let you see how it looks afterward. It is very delicious, and I encourage you to try it. Put your own twist to it. Take some of the vegetable that you don't like, or add some more, or whatever you prefer.